The spread of highly pathogenic avian influenza, commonly known as bird flu, to mammals is a deeply concerning development that significantly increases the risk of a human outbreak. What was once primarily a disease affecting birds has now made its way into an alarming number of mammal species, including those that live in close proximity to humans. This shift raises the specter of a new pandemic as the virus continues to mutate, adapt, and find new ways to spread. The increasing presence of bird flu in animals that share environments with people suggests that the barriers preventing human infection could soon weaken, potentially setting the stage for a crisis on a global scale. The disease has now been detected in a wide range of mammals, from domestic farm animals to wild predators and even marine life. Reports from the European Food Safety Authority and the U.S. Department of Agriculture show that since 2016, bird flu has been found in everything from foxes and raccoons to seals and dolphins. More recently, cases have emerged in sheep and dairy cows, raising new alarms about direct human exposure. The risk here is undeniable. Farm animals interact with humans on a daily basis, making it easier for the virus to jump species. Unlike wild mammals, which have limited human contact, livestock provide a direct path for the virus to enter human populations. The situation becomes even more troubling when considering the role of pigs in viral evolution. Pigs are particularly dangerous intermediaries because they can be infected by both avian and human flu viruses simultaneously. When this happens, different flu strains can mix within the same animal, potentially creating a new, more infectious variant capable of jumping from person to person. This is how past flu pandemics have emerged, including the 2009 H1N1 outbreak. If bird flu mutates in pigs in a way that makes it more easily transmissible between humans, we could be looking at the next global health disaster. Unlike previous outbreaks, where the virus struggled to spread beyond birds, this new wave is different. Mammals are being infected in increasing numbers and across a wider range of species. The sheer variety of affected animals is staggering. Bears, mountain lions, foxes, sea lions, dolphins, rabbits, squirrels, and even house cats and dogs. The presence of the virus in such a broad array of species suggests that bird flu is no longer a rare spillover event. Instead, it is adapting to new hosts and spreading more efficiently than ever before. The jump to marine mammals, particularly seals and dolphins, is especially concerning, as these animals can act as reservoirs for the virus, allowing it to circulate and mutate undetected in the wild. One of the most alarming aspects of this outbreak is how little we know about the full scope of the risk. Scientists are still trying to determine how the virus spreads between mammals and what genetic changes might be occurring as it adapts. While human infections remain relatively rare, hundreds of cases have already been documented, and the number continues to grow. The fact that bird flu can infect humans at all proves that the species barrier is not impenetrable. Given enough time and the right mutations, the virus could evolve to spread from person to person, leading to a scenario far more dangerous than the initial outbreak of COVID-19. The response to this growing threat has been worryingly slow. While health agencies have been tracking the spread of bird flu in animals, efforts to contain the virus have been largely reactive rather than proactive. Culling infected birds, imposing farm quarantines, and increasing surveillance are all important steps, but they may not be enough to prevent a potential pandemic. If a human-to-human transmissible strain emerges, it will likely spread faster than containment measures can be implemented. The world saw how quickly COVID-19 overwhelmed healthcare systems. Another airborne pandemic caused by a virus with a high mortality rate could be far worse. The economic and societal consequences of a widespread bird flu outbreak would be devastating. Poultry and livestock industries would be hit hard, with massive culling efforts leading to food shortages and financial losses for farmers. Public health systems, already struggling from the aftermath of COVID-19, would be pushed to the brink. The possibility of a virus with a high fatality rate spreading globally is a nightmare scenario that experts have long feared. Unfortunately, with each new case of mammalian infection, this threat inches closer to reality. The need for immediate and aggressive action cannot be overstated. Enhanced surveillance, rapid response teams, and increased funding for vaccine research are critical. Governments must prepare for worst-case scenarios by stockpiling antiviral medications, strengthening biosecurity measures on farms, and developing clear pandemic response strategies. Delays in addressing this growing crisis could result in a situation where containment becomes impossible. There is still time to prevent bird flu from becoming the next human pandemic, but that window is closing. The virus is spreading faster, infecting more species, and moving closer to human transmission. If it gains the ability to spread efficiently between people, the world will be faced with a public health emergency on a scale that could surpass even the deadliest pandemics of the past. The warning signs are clear. The question is whether the world will act before it's too late.